talking to an insane person. He was dealing with a 5-year-old in the middle of a tantrum.
Okay,
He's
that's
a very,
common decency.
hold on, can I talk?
Yes, you're doing a lot of talking here.
Oh wait, you have a fly. Do you
I
know
didn't just
how
say that.
sexist?
You're taking me out of context.
It does not matter.
I'm Chris Lee, and I am a conservative Republican.
I'm Alison Clinton Lee, and I'm a liberal Democrat.
I stand for the Second Amendment.
And I am for much stricter gun laws.
I love to hunt and eat meat.
I am a vegetarian.
I'm pro-life.
I am pro-choice.
We don't agree on much. Oh yeah, and we're married.
If I could have been a fly on the wall of that vice presidential debate last night, Al.
You could have been, honey. You would have sat right on Pence's head.
Why is it then, if you don't like the candidate or if you don't like the person in office, you can't call them by their title? It's President Trump, but people that don't like him just call him Trump or other words that aren't very nice. Why is that?
I don't know. I think it's a respect thing, and you have to earn the respect. That's why I call you Lee.
You call me Daddy. Last night was the vice presidential debate. I think Pence won. I think it was a slam dunk. He actually produced facts. He wasn't just all emotional like Kamala Harris.
No.
Or Kamala Harris.
It's Kamala. She was very refined. She was very poised. She made sure she wasn't the narrative that y'all were expecting or wanting, the angry black woman. She didn't feed into that narrative that you were hoping for.
I didn't realize she was black. Is that true? She's black?
Yes, she is half black.
See, I don't see color, so.
You should see color.
I don't think race should play an issue in a person getting elected. Do you?
Well, I think it's an accomplishment. I think when she becomes the first female vice president, it's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter if she's male, female? You know what? We're going to put the purple shirt on. We're going to do this. Purple House is back. It's election season. It's about to go down. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Purple House.
I forgot how much I don't miss the shirt.
You don't miss the shirt.
Not even a little bit.
It's a good look for you.
Really? You think?
Covers up them boobies.
My fake boobies?
So if it's your first time joining us, basically the intro kind of gives it away here. Conservative, leaning to the right heavily. Liberal wife, leaning to the left pretty heavily. We don't agree on a lot of things, but we are married. We agree on the sex. We agree on more sex.
We agree on, what else? Sports. Love the sports.
Yeah, we agree on sports. We're both
God.
Yeah, we both believe in God.
Yeah, love our God. Love hockey.
One of us believes in some of God's laws. One of us believes
Don't start.
in all of God's laws. So there's that where we kind of have a gray area of disagreement.
You're so smart.
She told me yesterday that she thinks I might be a genius. You said,
I don't know.
I don't give you enough credit for being as smart as you think you are.
I always thought I was the smarter of the two of us. Since you've come into your own in a way,
What does that mean?
you're using your skills that God kind of created you for. Maybe not book smarts, like how school kind of puts students in a bubble or a square. And
I guess this is a compliment.
no, it is. But so now that you're doing a job that's not, you can't learn in a school, you're a very, very, very smart man. But you make a lot of stupid decisions, too.
Well, don't we all?
I'm just kidding.
You did marry me,
That was a good one.
So anyway, vice presidential debate last night went off. And of course, we do not watch these things in the same room.
No.
She goes and she cries in her pillow as Pence is destroying Kamala Harris.
Oh my gosh.
I sit out here and I drink Budweiser and I celebrate.
No.
Great win.
No. This is what happens. We made this decision because 4 years ago, 3.5, when Trump was being elected, won the election.
Okay.
You guys were on tour with FGL. I'll never forget it. Mm-hmm. And you were in Canada, and I was like, screw it. I was supposed to come up to Canada and see you, and I was like, I'm not going up there. There's no way in hell I'm going to Canada to see him. I was so pissed.
A good liberal would say, I'm the first one going to Canada.
Yeah, but I didn't want to see you. I was so mad. 3.5 years later, here we are. Mm-hmm. So we have made a conscious decision. We will not watch these because now we have a 6th grader who's asking questions, and she's interested, and she has opinions about protesting and different organizations, and she's socially aware. And so we didn't want to put our views upon them.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Well, we didn't want.
It
yes.
is a tug of war with our children. Let's
No,
be
it's
honest.
really not.
Let's be honest here. We're both trying to sway our kids.
But we don't want to watch the nastiness because these debates can get nasty.
They can, but you and I both have an idea of what we think is right on certain issues, and we're trying to influence our children, as we should. We're trying to raise decent human beings.
But I don't think we want it to be vicious. I don't want them to see the ugly side of this.
No.
And it can get, in election years, can get ugly. And so I think you and I both said, for the sake of, keeping the harmony, because you're not home a lot,
Yeah.
usually. I just want everything to be chill. So you watch it when you watch it, and so I'll go to bed when, the kids go to bed, and that's usually around this time. So I usually wake up about 2, because that's just the insomniac in me. So I'll wake up and I'll read and watch during the 2 to 4 hour, and then we discuss. So that's usually how I catch up. But
Well,
yes,
I
can
think it's
hear
great.
it. I thought you were playing Call of Duty, and
No, I
what
was
you're
watching
doing.
the debate. It sounded like Call of Duty.
I saw a 6-pack in the recycling thing, and I thought, well, he drank and played video games last night, but you were drinking and watching the
I have to
debate.
I'm sorry, not an alcoholic or anything, but I have to have a few drinks watching these debates
That's fair.
because I hear so much bullshit from one side of the fence on those, and I heard a ton of it last night. It was being flung all over the place to the extent that a fly showed up and landed on Mike Pence's head.
That was good. That was good. Or maybe he's the one he's this
I don't
pile
think so.
of shit.
I
He's
love
sitting in it. I mean,
I love Mike Pence. In my
Really?
opinion, he's pretty fly for a white guy.
He is very white.
That's an awful joke. You feel bad for Mike Pence.
Almost a little bit because,
He is so likable.
oh my gosh, he is like stale white bread.
He doesn't have a big charismatic personality. I get that and everything.
Oh, my Lord.
But in my opinion, he's a huge balance for President Donald J. Trump. Trump is obviously, he's a salesman. He's got this big, bold personality that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. I mean,
He's just a typical white guy in Washington.
on the other side, you have Kamala Harris.
Kamala,
Whatever.
no. She will be your vice president in a few months. You said her name.
Okay, Senator Harris, who I will say it is refreshing that she's not a career politician, just like President Trump. That's one of the things that I love about him. She was a career liar in the state of California.
Whoa.
What?
Liar.
Lawyer, sorry. Basically the same thing. I think there was such a stark contrast in their styles last night, and I don't think there was a slam dunk winner, but I will say watching the presidential debate was very, very frustrating for me. It was just a bunch of screaming. It was a bunch of talking over each other.
The presidential debate?
The presidential debate.
Oh, that was
yeah.
a shit show. It honestly felt like a mother trying to get their child to take a nap.
I'm
Trump
assuming you're talking
and
about
Biden.
Trump.
Oh my God. Oh,
But-
yeah.
But Biden, I don't think he's well, honey. I sincerely mean that, and I hope I'm wrong. If you look back
Chris,
at
Chris.
I think he was a great debater when
Chris.
you look back at the vice presidential debates back in the Obama days. I thought he was great. I thought he was very sharp.
Why did he look off to
He
you?
looked like he was insane.
Because he was talking to an
sounded
insane person.
Like he.
He was dealing with a 5-year-old in the middle of a tantrum.
Okay. I think Vice President Pence did a great job last night. I think for what she was doing, I'll give credit where credit is due. I think Senator Harris did a pretty good job.
I think she did great.
I think she is a lawyer by trade or a liar.
Stop saying that. She's a lawyer.
And I think she came across as a lawyer. One of the parts about being a good lawyer is you're trying to sell an idea. You're trying to sell a theory, a narrative to people you may or may not actually believe in.
I don't think she's trying to sell anything. I think she's speaking as a mother who is concerned about her children. I think she's speaking as a daughter, as a wife who's concerned about her family. And she's speaking to someone who is head of the coronavirus task force who is at fault for 210,000 plus lives.
Of course. Well, for God's sakes, let's not blame China.
He didn't stop it when he knew on January 28th.
The CD has said,
The CD.
Charlie Daniels said, the CDC has said, if he had not instituted that travel ban, we would be looking at deaths well over 2 million instead of 210,000.
You know
And
what?
I'm not making light of 210,000 deaths. It's terrible.
But you are.
But it could be much worse. Everybody loves to play armchair quarterback and say, I could have done this differently. I would have
Listen,
done this differently.
doesn't
But
matter.
when your guy was vice president back in the Obama days and the swine flu came about, we had 60 million people infected.
We were prepared for a pandemic. Do you realize that? Do you
You're
know that
prepared? How did 60 million people get infected?
when Trump was
President Trump.
no, I can't. When he was
He's your president.
couple weeks, transitioning into the office, and Obama's staff was giving out protocol in how the administration works and
This is
turning
when
over.
they were putting up their audio devices to record conversations.
Can I talk?
To collude.
Can I talk?
Okay. I'm just.
This
wondering.
is my 2 minutes.
Okay,
I'm sorry. They immediately threw away their pandemic protocol. They didn't care. They didn't hand it down to the aides. They didn't care. So when you don't care, you're not prepared.
I don't.
And so when it comes to your shores, you don't have a plan.
I don't know about that story. That sounds like some Facebook.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not on Facebook, so I couldn't tell you that.
Thank God you're not missing much.
Yeah, I don't care.
You would be triggered beyond
That's
the
why I
wildest
don't
imagination.
care. I don't care about gossip. I care about the truth, and that was something that I did not get from Trump.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Are they going to stack the court?
I don't think they have to answer the question, honey.
Why?
Because they don't
Why
have
not
to be forthcoming.
Of all times, after you get in office, go ahead and lie all you want, right? Most of them do.
Maybe they have other things that they're talking about. You know, they stopped everything, including negative ads about Trump last week while he was in the hospital. While everybody stopped, they're trying to figure this out.
Wait,
This is
that's
hold
common decency.
on. Can I talk?
Yes, you're doing a lot of talking here.
Oh wait, you have a fly. They don't have to be forthcoming because it's okay not to have that figured out just yet. Maybe they don't, and
They
that's
know
okay.
damn well they say, yes, we're going to stack the court.
But
We're going
Chris-
to add 2 liberal judges to the Supreme Court. They know damn well they would lose votes.
Maybe they don't know, and that's okay.
They're playing chicken with the American people. They are.
I believe that maybe they don't know because there's other things more important at hand. And
There
that's okay.
is
That's
nothing more important at hand than the election right now
yeah.
for them.
I agree.
They're not battling anything else.
They're a battle.
Except maybe Biden is battling dementia. Probably. I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Maybe you are. Maybe they don't have the answer. Maybe they haven't sat down and figured that out yet.
It's a perfect example of what you guys have been doing the last 4 years. If you don't like the rules, you create new rules. If things don't go your way, you cry and you bitch about it for 4 years and you try to change the rules. Exactly.
Really? That was Trump. That was my impression of Trump at the debate last week. That's my
Rain, where does that come from?
Tenant.
See?
There you
Thanks.
go. But,
I have to bring one thing up.
okay. All right. What
And
do
then
you want to bring
came
up?
in yesterday and you go, did you know Kamala was a hoe in Washington? Do you
I
know
didn't just
how
say that.
sexist?
You're taking me out of context.
It does not matter.
You're taking me out of context.
Is she a badass prosecutor? Hell yes, she is. Is she fit to be an amazing vice president? Absolutely.
I brought it up because I think there's a stark
Who
contrast
cares?
in a very Christian conservative man in Mike Pence.
Oh my gosh,
And-
Chris.
A woman that's from California
Chris.
that's known as being a little promiscuous back in her younger
So
days.
were you, a little promiscuous.
She's kind of a hot lady. I'll give you
great.
that.
So, but
I would hit it if she was a few years younger.
no, she wouldn't
and
let you hit it.
I didn't have all this going on.
Yeah, she wouldn't let you hit it.
Oh, she would totally.
No,
she would
no.
totally be about it. She would. I'd have her wearing a MAGA hat.
Ew. I could not believe you said that. And I thought, what a pig shit world that you say that about a girl. Any strong,
Well-
powerful woman, you're going to say, oh, she's a hoe.
I didn't
a guy.
ask her to be a hoe. I think it's
Who
something.
cares if she's a hoe or not? You were a hoe at one point.
I care if
Why?
she's possibly going to be the vice president.
Why do you care?
Well, I don't want another Slick Willie situation where we have blowjobs and cigars going on in the Oval Office.
She's happily married.
We have to think
what
about
about Trump having sex with Stormy Daniels when Barron Trump was born? Seriously, it's disgusting.
He's a guy's guy.
No. And she's a woman's
He's
woman.
a guy's guy.
Well, and she's
He's a normal person. We've
and she's
cried,
a normal person too.
We've cried our entire lives to have.
And remember, she said she
Hold
smoked
on.
pot in college.
Great, good for her.
So you should like her if she's
Pretty sure.
a hoe and she smokes pot. You should love
I'm
it.
pretty sure Biden was high as hell during that presidential debate.
I'm pretty sure
He's out there.
Trump was high as a kite yesterday when he called into Sean Hannity and said California's dumping water into the Pacific Ocean. What the hell?
Why were
Make
you
it
watching
go
Sean
off.
Hannity?
Make it go off.
You watched Sean Hannity last night, and
Hey, I listen to Rush. I try to listen to everything. I like to get the full perspective. but I'm open-minded. You're very closed-minded. But I'm very
I
open-minded.
don't think so.
But I think it's important to understand every view
I
because
painted
I
this
like.
kitchen pink. I think I'm pretty
That's because it's
open-minded.
love. Because you love me.
And one of the reasons why we created this channel is to show, there's a narrative out there in the media. Don't believe everything you see out there. I don't believe that our country is as divided as our media wants us to believe. We should be able to sit down and have discussions.
Absolutely. I think the most important tool is our ears
Yeah.
and taking the time to listen to each other.
Exactly. Alison and I think, are the greatest example. Been married for 12 years.
Yeah, I've been together 24.
Been together 24. We obviously have differences. Anyway, thank you for checking in to the Purple House. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next episode.
Peace!